feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit.
Tonight, from Skillz Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jordan Love and the Buffalo Bills versus Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Buffalo and Houston, 2 up-and-comers in the AFC. And you may remember they met in the wild card round a season ago. That game most likely to be remembered for the Deshaun Watson play where he spun away from the 2 defenders before finding Taiwan Jones for a big play late. And that game went into overtime, tied at 19. Before Kaimi Fairbairn won it with a field goal in the extra session. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Anderson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Anderson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And again this time to the tailback. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 3-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Escobar has it left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Houston set to take over. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now a handoff looking right. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Justin Tucker.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play here for the Bills. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the left side. Joyner. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the
operating from the gun. Anderson. This one caught by Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him. Behind the line.
Tackled by A.J. Epinesa. Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
Watson's pass.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away.
And out. It's
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills. In control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The ball gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
He'll find Gabriel Davis, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Anderson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd down now, Joyner. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Joyner. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
By number 29.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
1st down, Houston.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Watson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help.
And he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play here for Buffalo. 56 yards. And the young bucks showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he'll be stopped up as he could only muster a yard. So 4th down coming up on the other side as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Houston set to take over, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A.J. Epinesa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to...
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That's pulled in at the 32. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Uncorks one for Davis. He's got it at the 15. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
In the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Anderson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
To throw is Anderson from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's Escobar. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Joyner, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes inside and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And his throw is incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make... the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bills to take over. They're on top here as they've got the football 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now Anderson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
At the 42-yard line.
Anderson looking to throw on second down. He'll run it, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Operating from the gun, Anderson, and he's able to find Diggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the night, and the Bills continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
11 yards there, first down.
First down, Houston.
To throw is Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
A loss of 9 yards.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Watson on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Right back to him on first down. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Anderson. To the right side, complete to Escobar. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And 2 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks.
Watson.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Texans.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Again, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory.
Complete.
A big-time play there for the Texans. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdound.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting him out of the game. And that's always puzzling me a little bit.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
The 35-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
48.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.